When answering interview questions, the STARR format is better than the STAR format, and here's why. If you're unfamiliar, STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. This is a great framework to use for situational interview questions like tell me about a time when so-and-so happened, or have you ever so-and-so. To show this in action, let's use an example of tell me about a time when you were a leader. For me, I would think back to my time as a national conference director for PAMSA, and so I'd break it down like this. Situation, I had to help plan the national conference. Task, my specific role was director of speaker relations. Action, I recruited and organized all the speakers for the conference. And result, we organized our school's very first national conference. Once you have that basic framework, you then string it all together and add more details to make it flow more like a story. Leadership is an extremely important quality to me, and one of the most recent times I was a leader was as a national conference director for the Asian Pacific American Medical Student Association, or PAMSA for short. Specifically, my role was as director of speaker relations, and so I recruited, managed, and organized our 35 to 40 speakers for the conference. My team and I put in a lot of work over the 9 months it took to plan the conference, and it was so fulfilling to see it all come together on National Conference Day. Even though there were some last-minute hiccups with IT or speaker cancellations from the day before, everything went off without a hitch, and none of the attendees really noticed anything was amiss. I think it was the greatest honor when the PAMSA founder even came up to tell me that this was one of the best conferences he'd ever attended, and it was also my medical school's very first national conference we'd ever hosted. This answer could be fine on its own. We can kind of see how the answer just stops as I finish telling the story. I don't really get an idea of what the main takeaway should be or why this answer should make me want to take you on as a resident. That's where the extra R in STAR comes in. You can think of this as like the punchline to your answer. With the reflection portion, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? What did it showcase about me and my personality? Or how does this story connect to my future goals? Some examples of some strong reflection statements I could just have tacked on to the end of my answer include, this experience taught me how important it is to lead by serving others, and that's the type of leader I want to be in residency. This experience deepened my passion for creating spaces where underrepresented voices can be heard, and I really hope to continue that during residency and beyond. This experience inspires me to continue building opportunities for connection with others, whether it's with colleagues, patients, or the communities I'll serve as an attending. Rather than just ending your interview answer at the literal end of the story, think about what you want the interviewer to take away from your answer. This reflection portion should also align with the general brand you've weaved in throughout your application and also with what the program is looking for, which you should know if you followed my last video. Including a punchline helps you stick the landing on your interview answer, clearly signifies the end of your answer, and also helps ensure that you're communicating the qualities you want to that program.